Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Paper Tiger. So, I've been spending the last couple days watching The Last Dance with my friends, which is about that man up there, over there, if you can see him, Mr. Michael Jordan, and the rest of the Chicago Bulls in the late 90s. And one of the most, focal points of the documentary is Dennis Rodman. And there's a scene in the episode that's, specifically about him, about when he is faced with, this moment in his life where he is contemplating killing himself. And they talk about how he's sitting in his car outside the practice office in Detroit when he used to play for the Pistons, practice arena, not practice office. And I thought it was really interesting because he doesn't outright call it a suicide attempt. He more describes it as that was just a turning point in his life. And he goes out and says, that was the day I chose to be myself. And from there on out, I was going to be Dennis Rodman. I wasn't going to be anybody else or what anybody wanted me to be. And I feel like that is kind of what I'm trying to convey on this channel. Because fast forward to today, we didn't watch The Last Dance today. But fast forward to today, and I'm watching Outkast videos, old Outkast music videos on my phone, and I'm like, damn, I really like these videos because I like how they just don't care. They just do whatever they want. They'll, the B.O.B. music video, the grass is purple, Rosa Parks, they have, the space thing, what was the other one? The art of storytelling, they're, puppets, but then there's also, watercolor painting mix. I don't know. It's very cool. It's very unique. It's very themselves. And I feel like I've always kind of identified and loved that about artists. Busta Rhymes does that really well. The Wu-Tang Clan did that really well early on, especially ODB. And I was thinking about that today. And I was like, I feel like that is what the true purpose of Paper Tiger is. And I know I had mentioned in the earlier video that I was like, I don't know what the plan is for this right now. This is what it is right now. And we'll pivot and we'll see what happens from there. And I feel like this is kind of a pivot because I'm kind of realizing, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to explain to people the position I'm in right now, which is, just graduated college and trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life, and also figure out who I am and what I want to do. And I want to showcase that to other people while also teaching people the different stuff I've done to make that process easier. Because I feel like by doing that, it helps other people become themselves more. And then you get to see them create all these things and do great things. And I feel like that is really what the point of this account is, that I've been trying to get to and have kind of been dancing around, but not really. And it's the point of this account is to help people be themselves and to help them feel fulfilled. I know tons of people in my life that have these ideas and these dreams that they don't get to do. My mom has always wanted to write a novel and she hasn't gotten around to it. My grandparents really want to go to England, but they're getting older and they haven't been able to get over there. It sucks because I want to be go, just do it, just go. And it's hard because a lot of people don't know how to manage their time to aid themselves, And right now, people my age, especially, are in a really good spot because we don't have any kids. We don't have a lot of responsibilities. Some of us may have pets. Some of us have rent to pay or jobs, but job and rent to pay and the ability to feed yourself, that leaves a lot of money and time that can be reinvested into you so you can go do things. And I think that's what I want this account to be. I want it to be about, feeling fulfilled and doing what you can now before you get to that point when you can't do any of it. And, making yourself feel full. And I know that some people maybe don't have the means financially. They don't have financial security. Maybe the education system has effed them over in some way. There's some way socioeconomically despaired from, where I am as a straight white guy. And I feel like in that case, then I want to be the one person that believes in them and is okay, here, everything I'm going to tell you on this account, you can do for free, you can do by yourself. I'm going to be like, use libraries, read these books, watch these YouTube videos, practice this form of meditation. All of it is going to be really accessible. And I think that's really what I want this account to be. And I just kind of came to this realization that watching Outcast videos, I was like, I just want to help people to be themselves, because I've always had such a hard time being myself and like really finding what it is I want to do and what I want to express, and having the confidence to do that, and having the means to do that, the time management, the motivation, all of that. And so I think that's what I just want this account to be. I want to be that person that's investing their time in you so that you can become yourself, because by doing it, I'm finding myself, and who I am and what I want to do. And that's kind of it. I don't really have like a ton of advice today. I just felt like I needed to speak that out on air on the channel, to be like, okay, the purpose of this account is to help people in whatever phase of life, but specifically this early 20s, college graduate phase, to be themselves, because you've been told your whole life you can't do things. Whether it's in your mind or because other people have said it, or because, for some reason you are socioeconomically or physically or mentally despaired in any way. I want to be that person that invests the time into making sure that you can do those things and that you go and do it. And so that is the point of this account. So I'm revising everything I said in the past video, but again, I said I was going to pivot, and I found my pivot. So there we go. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Adios. Have a good night, everybody.